You all are welcome. You all are welcome. I'm Melody Fidel and I'm your friend. Alright, so today I'm not here to motivate us. If you have the mindset that this event is to motivate you or to make you feel you can start a farm with 1 grain of rice, then I think you're at the wrong place. So here we are here to teach you how you can be stable, okay, how you can sustain yourself regardless your field or what you do as a person, whether you're a carer, whether you're a director, you're a manager, even if you're a millionaire, because millionaires still lose their words, they lose their words at the time. Alright, you all are welcome. So I want you to traditionally look at someone next to you and tell the person, I'm going to teach you. So anyway I go to, I like to identify myself as an African that I am, as a Nigerian, okay, outstanding, distinguished Nigerian, okay, that I am. So maybe today you learn 1 or 2 things. Maybe you learn about my food, Nigerian food, maybe my language, okay. So what I want you to do, just turn to your neighbor, look at someone close to you and tell the person, how you dey? How you dey? You're not looking, just look at the person and say, how you dey? How you dey? So, how you dey means, how are you? So, then the person will respond, I dey fine. So you respond. So now ask how you dey, then you respond. Let me hear. It's alright. You all are welcome. So I'll be looking into series of for the persons online, for the people online, I see you guys joining one after the other. I hope you enjoy the moment, and I hope you are with your pen and books to also learn 1 or 2 from my humble self and others that are here. So we're looking at a series of things. We'll be looking at the first will be the art of business and entrepreneurship. I've been opportunity to speak among men, men and women in great places, in high places. And I'm one that will tell you that entrepreneurship is not for everybody. But at the same time, I will tell you entrepreneurship is the way of life. Okay, and we've heard a lot of things about the arts, the business and entrepreneurship, and we all have different meanings and definitions to it, right? So I'm going to ask, maybe one, can you help me please? Can you help me? I want to ask 1 or 2 persons if they can tell me what they understand by the word entrepreneurship or business. If you have an idea what it is. Okay.
Hello everybody. Risk taker.
Risk taker, okay. Does anyone have anything contrary to what he has said? He said risk taker. Okay, we have what's the difference? Risk, yes, so entrepreneurship is risk taking, yeah?
Someone who likes living dangerously.
Oh. Can you say that again, sir, please? I want to hear that again.
Someone who likes living dangerously.
Okay, it's entrepreneurship, business entrepreneurship is someone who likes living dangerously. Yeah, for me, there's a lot of definition when you go on and say entrepreneurship is this, entrepreneurship is that, but I always say entrepreneurship is a lifestyle. It's basically the way of life, the way you live your life on a daily basis. So the way you live your life, the way you spend your 24 will determine if the next phase of your life, if your children are going to live them with debt or with wealth, right? So you're a carer, you are a director, you are a manager, you are into any trade you're doing, whatever you do, the way you live your life basically will determine, okay, if at the end of the day, when you are no more, the kids will continue paying the debt you've left, or they will enjoy the wealth you've left, right? So I see entrepreneurship is a lifestyle. So for me, it's how you live your life on a daily basis. Entrepreneurs, we don't have break. Some persons know me personally and they'll tell you are too busy. We can't reach you because you are too busy. Because by the time I have someone here who's a friend, also a client, by 2 a.m. we're on calls. This is a married person, so you won't say maybe I have an affair with this person. No, we are discussing business by 2, by 3. All right, and you see, most time I begin to wonder if such person can be talking business by that time. Then we'll have most people by that time they're snoring, go to sleep. Sleep is beautiful. I'm not saying don't sleep, all right? But I'm only saying that we must understand that in this life, regardless of what we're doing, if you need to venture into business and entrepreneurship. Now, I understand business and entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It's not everybody that would want to go into business, it's not everybody that wants to be an entrepreneur. But I'll also tell you that if you look at, I'm of the opinion that everyone in this life deserves the chance to be financially stable. Regardless of who you are, whether you're working, whether you're into, and the only way that can be achieved easily is through business and entrepreneurship. I'll give you a good example. If you are here in the UK, of course you're here in the UK. For the people who are online, so I would say if I say if you are here, I'm talking to you. For them here, they are already here in the UK. Now if they are here in the UK, you understand the fact that the more you work, the more you earn, the more tax you pay. Right? So if you are earning about 21,000 per year, probably your tax is between 300, 500. So now you're looking at the kind of house you want to stay, 500, 600, 700 per month. Right? You're looking at other bills. At the end of the day, if you're good with planning and strategies, you save maybe 500 per month. Now, if you decide to say you're earning 54,000, your salary, let me even now, you'll be thinking 54 divided by 12 is what, please? 54 divided by, it's going to be very interactive. 54,000 divided by 12 is what? I need an answer, please. Yes, 54,000 pounds divided by 12 months.
4,500 pounds.
Okay, so means at the end of the year, you're supposed to earn 4,500. I'll tell you that you don't take home even 3,000 in most cases because your tax is higher, the percentage is higher. So you see, so meaning if you are working, how many percent?
Tax is 40%.
40%. You see, so the more you work, so even if you are earning 80,000 per year, by the time you calculate your tax, 40% is back to the government that is making you have good road, that makes you have constant lights. You understand? So you see, the level of which you want to live at that stage, because you earn that kind of money, you don't want to live where people who pay 500 per month lives. It has to do with the law of the environment. So automatically you want somewhere better. You want to stay in a place that is 1,500 per month, 2,000 per month. Now calculate the salary, 45% is out from your 4 plus. So you're having like 2,000 plus. Now, meaning the work you are doing won't really give you that leverage you need to become really financially stable unless you have a side hustle, which the side hustle can be out of DIY, do it yourself, or is a business, or is entrepreneurship. Now, when you do these things, these are the things that can sustain you to be better financially. I don't know, am I right? Am I right or wrong? Yeah. Right, so you see, so we as persons, for those of us here that are working, that are not business persons, this program is to teach you how you can help yourself live better in an environment such as this. The businesses you can do. Now, if you check for those persons that are working, if you check your visas most times it's restricted if you are not a citizen yet. Or you don't have indefinite leave to remain, right? So it's restricted. And because of the restriction you have, there are some works you can't do physically. But they didn't restrict you not to work online. You can work unlimited online. You can do businesses. There's no way that says don't do online trading, right? Don't do Amazon FBA. There's no way that says don't do dropshipping. There's no way that says don't monetize your skill. Like now, there are some things that's running in countries like India, like Nigeria, America, is TikTok. There's no way that says don't do your TikTok video and people will you monetize it. So you can do videos like this on TikTok and people you make a lot of money from it. Okay, a good example, I was live last week and when I was doing the live session in an house, I have over 40,000 persons who came into the live, and I had a good amount of not when I say a good amount of money to a level, a good amount of money, but it's $200 plus for a 2 hours live session. I was on live Instagram just talking to people like I'm talking to you like this, and I got $200 plus. So let me say about maybe 180 pounds, right? Now, those are some people 2 days working for 12 hours, standing and cleaning, cleaning whatever, to keep body and so you see. So there's no law that says that restricts you from any from those parts here. So but first, before you go into any side hustle, you must understand the type of side hustle you are going into. So now we have a lot of entrepreneurship. We have the innovation-derived entrepreneurship. We have the small, medium enterprise entrepreneurship. We have the buying entrepreneurship and all that. But I'm going to narrow all this down to just two major types of entrepreneurship. So that as you are working or as someone who's already into business, you can understand what you're doing and the type of entrepreneurship you are involved with and in. The first one we're going to look at is SME. How many of us is familiar with that word? SME. Sorry, I'm not the regular speaker, so I will not be having a lot of slides. Just this is alone, I just talk. Alright, so SME. If you've heard of the word SME, can I see your hand up, please? SME. Okay, so it seems okay. I see that most of us are new to the business. That's beautiful. I love. So SME means small, medium enterprise. Yes, small, medium enterprise. So you can write small, medium enterprise. That's SME. So it's going to be very interactive. We're not going to. I'm not a lecturer, so we are friends. So we're going to be learning from each other. Yeah. So small, medium enterprise. SME. So now, small, medium enterprises, their businesses to be very practical. When you hear that you are in the UK, there are some places you can go to buy little things, maybe some little small supermarkets, right? Where you can buy your tomatoes, right? You can buy your chili, am I correct? And those stuff, corn. So those are small, medium enterprises, yeah? Where you go to make your hair, where I did this, my haircut, those are small, medium enterprise. They are not very mega. Now you can grow that to become very mega, to become a world brand, okay? But those are small, medium enterprise, right? So that's a part of entrepreneurship we'll be looking into. And the second part we'll be looking into is IDE. IDE. That is I for India, D Delta. IDE, which is Innovative Derived Enterprise Entrepreneurship. It has to do with innovation. We talk about things like, innovative derived enterprise entrepreneurship. Yeah, derived, when you derived, D-E-R-I-V-E-D. Yes, good. So now, this type of entrepreneurship is what people like Steve Jobs does, what people like Bill Gates does, Mark Zuckerberg does. Things like the Uber, the Bolt, things like the Airbnb, things like Instagram that you are on, things like TikTok. Those are innovative design enterprises. You want that these guys come up with an idea, and after a few years, maybe 8, 9, 10 years, you start hearing them on Forbes and you start seeing them top world billionaires and begin to wonder, how come, what are they selling, what are they doing? Are you getting it? So those are, so we are going to be looking into this two arm of entrepreneurship this afternoon. So now, the purpose of this particular training is to help you understand the kind of entrepreneurship you can venture into or that you're already into, either as a worker or as someone who just loves business. All right? Because I'll tell you the truth, somebody told me something on Facebook. He said, he spoke, there's what we call pidgin English. He said, oh boy, if I know saying how so it I know will come to this country. Meaning, if he knew this is how it is, he would not come to the UK. Are you getting it? He will not come to the UK. I was like, why are you saying that? He said, man, back home, he was calculating the salary he's going to be making. He was giving him millions, right? But now, coming in, now notice that that same salary, over 85% of it will go back to bills. So over 85% of that salary will go to bills. It's like, man, the remaining percentage, compared to what he was doing back home, we prefer what he was doing back home. That I gave him on that much. I say, yes, I understand how you feel, and understand the kind of misinformation you've had before coming to the country. But the truth is, there are people who are here who are also doing well. Alright? So you choose your own well if you want to be in that category or you want to be here. Alright? Like I advise people, I say most times if you come in, maybe you're married, you come in with your spouse. What I advise most times is when you have, if you come with something like, let's say COS, certificate of sponsorship, when you have certificate of sponsorship, it's tied down to that company you're working with for the next 3 years, the next 5 years, the next 1 year. I always advise your partner when he or she starts doing some work and he says enough, let him leave that work and go into business. Alright? Because the business with small businesses, SME here in the UK, they charge just 9% for tax. Imagine. 9% for tax. You are making more money. They charge you 9% for tax. Because in a year you can make over 40, 50, 60. They charge you little tax here. There's a range. There's a particular amount you earn to 200 plus, 250,000 plus in a year. They have their percentage. But it's not even up to someone who's working with that COS and earning 50, that they are taking 45. They won't take it as a business person. So you see, so it means even the government understand that doing business and entrepreneurship is the way of life. But they also understand that it's not everybody that have the mindset to go into the business. So they prefer you to work, no problem, and bring back the money. So you can have more work. You see, so most of my advice, so if you are here and you're married and maybe you are new in the UK or you've been here, and you are seeing there's so much struggle, I think you should start looking at, okay, you as the person under the company, when you have your work, when you start working, you do your work diligently, to do all your compliances, make sure you're paying your tax, you're paying your what's it called, employer contribution, your national insurance, you are doing all that. Then your partner, if your partner also starts working, I think you should give yourself a target. Oh, partner, you work for 1 year or for 6 months. Start doing this, start doing business. And let me tell you, how shocking it is. In this country, to get things like certificate of sponsorship, to get job is free. Nobody charges for jobs here. But most time, when companies want to do the administrative fee, they're not ready to pay for if you're coming from outside the country, they might start to. It's their business if they want to charge you for service charge. Like tell me, oh, Melody, come and speak in an event. I will decide if I want to charge you, if I want to come for free. Right? So some company will decide, you're coming from Ghana, you're coming from Qatar, you're coming from India. Sorry, I don't know you, I don't know your background. I can't start spending my money on you to pay home office on your behalf, so I'm charging you for administrative fee. Pay it directly to them, or whatever you want to do is your business. Alright, so you see, and most times it's administrative fee, it could be £500, it could be 10,000, it could be 50, whatever it is, yeah? But you know to register a business here in the UK, who can guess how much to register a business? How many? 50 pounds. No, it's not even up. It's not. 12, thank you. 12 pounds. It's not 13 now, yeah. It was 12, it's now 13 pounds. 1, 3. Just 1 and 3. 13 pounds to register a business. Oh, she's shocked. She said, no. She's shocked now. You see how the leveraged entrepreneurs are. Are you getting it? That most people are not even seeing it. They are not seeing it that becoming these businesses, whether it's SME, is a great deal for you. Fine, you are paying that money, yes, there's some little money you pay here and there, but even at that, I think it's a more beautiful life than working really. So for people who are working and they are single, as you start that work, yes, you might not have the opportunity to open a business here, but I think you can do some businesses online with your own country address and own country business. So meaning you can end here. Online means anywhere you are, right? It's like email. You are in Ghana, I can send an email. You are in Canada, I can send an email right from here, right? So when it comes to online business, you can do it regardless where you are, regardless the location, and you can easily, please. I talk a lot when it comes to business and entrepreneurship, so time, just be okay, thank you. All right, so you can easily do this business from the comfort of your home. As someone who's working, you can run it through that process, do everything legally. It's not anything legal. For people who have partners, encourage your partners to look into all these things. And one sweet thing about this event is that I have a follow-up mentorship session for 6 months. So meaning everyone, we added to a group, all right, for Zoom meeting maybe once a week, okay, for 1 hour, 2 hours, so that you can ask questions, I can know the steps you've taken, I want to see you succeed while you are here, whether as a worker or as a dependent or as someone who just wants to earn more, all right? You don't necessarily need to leave whatever you are doing. So you see, we must understand. So you see, entrepreneurship is there's so much advantage, or a lot of advantages when it comes to business and entrepreneurship. And the kind of businesses and entrepreneurship you can do is either IDE or SME. Whether it's going to be offline, online, you decide. IDE is more complicated because most times you need a lot of funds to venture into them. Alright? Yes, we have an investor here who will tell you that you need a lot of funds to venture into such business. You want to create app, you want to think about your promotion, you want to think about these guys make a whole lot of money. The Uber Eats you use, they make a whole lot of money, but it's always not a park in the walk, yeah? Alright, so a walk in the park, yeah. It's always not a walk in the park. Alright, so you must understand this. And if it's SME, yeah, there's some other business you can do both online and offline. When you have talent and you have skill, for instance, it can be monetized as a business. So it could be that your talent or your skill is your business. So most time we talk about business and entrepreneurship, it's not about you creating something totally new and trying to know. Most times these things can be the things you already do or you know. I don't know if you understand me. So we'll be looking at we'll be looking at talent and skill monetization, we'll be looking at YouTube automation, we'll be looking at Amazon FBA, dropship and all that. Then we'll be going in depth into it through the Zoom session. We'll also be looking at life in the UK. Then for the benefit of those persons who are carers, who are into care, who might glance through career development as a carer, or we handle it online. We will also do the GDPR, that's the anti-information and all that, okay? So that's all about business and entrepreneurship. Now, before we move to the next session, please, do you have any question about business and entrepreneurship? I want questions, please. Ask questions. Do you understand what I've said so far? Okay, if you understand what I've said, let me see you wave your hand. If you understand everything I've said, can you raise your hand? If you understood all I've said. Okay, you guys can, others have a good teacher. Please, sir, please give me a lecturer job. Let me start the lecturer job so that I can have outstanding students who will understand